Hey everybody, this is Chef C. This is the C Spot. C Spot, C Spot, C Spot, C Spot. Yeah, we're cooking today. It's day 6, soup week. Today we're doing bacon cheddar cauliflower chowder. It's a mouthful, isn't it? Bacon cheddar cauliflower chowder. Got it? Cool. Now we are gonna do this the Chef's C way because yeah, can't have a lot of the stuff that's in the normal chowder. And I just broke my garlic powder. But anyway, can't have a lot of stuff that's in regular chowder. Normal chowder has potatoes. Can't have potatoes. Well, it's not that we can't have potatoes. We're not supposed to have potatoes. We need to be as low carb as possible. So our substitution today for our potatoes is going to be cauliflower. But it's going to be like a bacon chowder. It's like a baked potato. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook some bacon. I mean, because life is better with bacon. And we're going to go from there. All right, let's get cooking. All right, we're going to start by cooking us some bacon. Got my heat on about medium high. So our ingredients here, I've got the original recipe calls for 8 strips of bacon. I'm gonna do 4 because remember I'm cutting this in half. You use any kind of bacon you want. You can use turkey bacon as well. So I'm gonna use my bacon. You're gonna have a stalk of celery that I have chopped up. I've got my garlic. Got my salt mixed. I've got my cauliflower. And I took a fresh head of cauliflower and I washed it and I did it that way. Now, it does call for flour. Our flour substitute of the day is going to be lupin flour. That's what we're going to use for our flour substitute. I'm going to use 2 cups of milk. I'm probably going to use 1 cup. Go ahead and get that poured out. And you know we got to have some cheese. So it calls for 2 cups of shredded cheese. I'm probably going to use 1.5 cups. I like cheese. I need some onion powder since I went and broke my jar. Being special, we're going to use I'm going to use onion flakes. See how simple that substitution was? So we're going to give our bacon time to cook. It's going to smell really good in here because you know everything smells better with bacon. Right on. Right on. So we're going to let our bacon cook. And then we're going to put our garlic and our celery in this pan. I am cooking with a nonstick pan today because I can. Let's talk about substitutions. You can use almond milk in here. No flavored almond milk, so use the non-flavored one, and this unsweetened. You want unsweetened and unflavored. As you can tell, I'm substituting onion powder. I'm gonna use onion flakes. It calls for chicken broth. I have some I'm going to use veggie broth. And these are just my veggie broth cubes that I had frozen. I put them in the microwave to let them nuke for a little bit. So I'm going to use my veggie broth. I've got my milk. I'm using whole milk because I have it. Normally I don't have whole milk. I would be using almond milk. But I just happen to have whole milk because I was cooking another recipe. And it required me to have some whole milk. So I bought some whole milk. What else was I going to say? Water, onion powder, milk, chicken broth, hot sauce, flour, cheddar cheese, garlic, celery. Simple recipe, right? Should take us probably about 30 minutes, give or take. So I'm gonna let my bacon cook, let it get nice and crispy. I'm gonna bring it out. I'm gonna put it on a paper towel and let it drain. Then I'm gonna crush it. We're gonna use it later, but I'm gonna leave the grease in here. I'm gonna leave the grease from the bacon in there, and I'm gonna reuse that. And that's how we're gonna saute our vegetables. That way we don't have to add any more to it. Okay? So I'll see you back once my bacon is done. Right on, right on. All right, we've got good crispness going on with the bacon. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. No, I did not add any oil to this pan. This all came from this bacon. Fat came from the bacon. And fat is flavor. Thank you, Sam, the cooking guy. Because fat most definitely is flavor. Okay. We're going to add our celery. And this is just one stalk. I didn't see a problem I didn't see a reason to add a half a stalk, so I just added the one. I kept it at the one. This is your garlic. I'm going to stir it around for a little bit. Remember, I'm going for flavor, not color. So I am not trying to brown my garlic. Or, in other words, burn my garlic. When I cook that, keep it moving about 4 minutes or so to get the celery soft. Celery soft. Say that 5 times fast. Keep it moving so that stuff doesn't brown on you. Somebody jumped out the pool. Get back. Get back. All right. We're going to add our... got stuff falling all over the place. We're going to add our cauliflower. Get everything nice and coated. And then we're going to add a little bit of water. Go ahead and add my onion flakes. Maybe about 2 tablespoons of water. That was just a piece of the cauliflower I didn't want. Got everything nice and coated. Need to get a lid. Got my 2 tablespoons of water. Put my lid on. Gonna let that steam for about 10 minutes. We'll check in about 5. See where we are. I've got it on about medium heat. Yeah, about 5 minutes. See you back in 5. All right, so we've let it steam for about 5 minutes. It's ready to go. It is currently al dente. Gonna add about half of our chicken broth. Our milk. And I'm gonna let this come to a boil. A boil. They asked for hot sauce. Just hot sauce. Only hot sauce I use, y'all. Texas Pete. Made in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Don't judge me. Y'all like Tabasco? By all means, go for it. This is what I grew up on. This is what I use. My house, my rules. My kids used to hate it when I said that. My house, my rules. You get your own house, make your own rules. And now they all have their own. Now they both have their own houses. They have their own rules. So funny. And now they understand why it was my house and my rules. Only one queen bee. One. All right. So we're gonna let this come to a boil. And then once it comes to a boil, we're gonna add our flour. Gonna add our flour. And then we're going to add our cheddar cheese. Right on. We're going to make a slurry with the flour. We're going to use the rest of the chicken stock that doesn't have, it's not solidified. Yeah, we'll put that in there. We're going to add the rest of the chicken stock, and we're going to add our flour to the chicken stock, make a slurry, then we're going to add it in. That's going to be our thickener. If you didn't want to thicken it that way, you could also just take it and zhuzh it a little bit with your immersion blender, or put half of it in a blender and thicken it that way. We're gonna do it this way. Then I'm gonna add some salt. I'm gonna add some more salt and pepper. I'm gonna add a little bit now, because if we season as we go, then you don't have to worry about seasoning a whole lot later. I think we're about to come to that boil. Let me go ahead and get my cheese. My cheese. Our cheese of choice today is going to be cheddar. I grated my own cheddar, so that's cheddar. Got a big old block from Costco. I'm actually going to leave it in my quart container. All right, so we're going to take our lupin flour. I'm going to sprinkle it in. We're going to mix it up. We got a boil going there, don't we? Gonna mix it, make us a slurry. Same thing you would do with cornstarch, actually. Same premise. Okay, and since now that our chowder is boiling, I'm gonna drizzle that in. Easy peasy. We're gonna add our cheddar cheese so that it can get nice and melty. And remember that bacon that I had before? We're going to crumble it up and put it in there. Cut. I like cheese, y'all. Can't go wrong with cheese. Yeah, you could have chopped it up in the beginning. Where's the fun in that? And you can have fun playing with your food. All right. My hands for a quick rinse. Now, if you wanted to do this vegetarian style, leave out the bacon. Use you some coconut oil, some coconut milk. Same premise. I honestly think I'm going to take my immersion blender and I'm going to take this down just a little bit because it's a bit chunkier than I want. Yep, we're going to do that. But I'm going to let some of this liquid cook off first and get a little thicker. So I'm going to put a lid on it halfway and let it cook down for about 3 to 5 more minutes. Okay, y'all. So I let it cook down just a little bit. I did go in with my immersion blender and got rid of some of my big chunks. I added a little bit more cheese, about a half cup more, and some salt and pepper. Guess what? We are now ready to eat. I'll be back in a minute. 2 and 2. There you have it. Day 6 of soup day. This is your bacon cheddar cauliflower chowder. Bacon cheddar cauliflower chowder. Say that 4 times fast. I'm not going to do it. Anyway, so I put another half piece of bacon on top of it and some cheddar cheese as garnish. And dude, we're ready to eat. I've tasted it for flavor. It is really good, really good. Really, 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 really good. Quick, easy meal, 30 minutes or less. You can't beat it. Ingredients that you have already in your house, simple. If you don't have fresh cauliflower, by all means use the frozen version. Why not? Same difference. Cauliflower is cauliflower. It doesn't matter who plucked it. Said what I said. Remember, y'all, to like, share, and subscribe. Leave me comments on what you like, what you don't like. If you want something different, I'll try to accommodate. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos are released. You can contact me at thecspotfood.com and at thecspotfood@gmail.com. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. I'm on Pinterest. My social media expert is doing a wonderful job. Thank you, darling. Anyway, so that's Soup Week, day 6. You're welcome. Remember it, all that you do. All that you do. Enjoy that journey. Goodbye.